Hello, my name is Daniel and I am the local history librarian and genealogy expert here at the Spencer County Public Library. Today I'd like to give you a little sneak peek about a group that were known as the Farmerettes. Who were the Farmerettes? These were a group of women that came together to help with the food shortages during World War I when all the men got sent off to fight and there was shortage of farm labor. The Farmerettes began in 1918 after the men went off to fight in World War I and there was a lot of food shortage, and there was also food riots in places such as Philadelphia and New York City. So many issues came across with this food shortage, and the government was trying to figure out ways to compensate for this loss of farm labor. The Farmerettes, many of the women in different groups, civic groups, gardening groups, many of them came together in December of 1917 in New York City, and by early 1918 this group had created the Women's Land Army of America, the WLAA. They ended up creating camps, and they would train and learn how to do different farm work such as milking cows and working land and plowing. And they would send, once they had graduated from these camps, these farmerettes would be sent out six to eight at a time to these farms to help with the shortage of the food and labor. To be fair, many of these women were college educated from the East, and so when they showed up on these farmers' lands, many of them the farmers were skeptical and didn't trust having these unknown, unproven women just show up to work their land. And many of the farmers' wives didn't really appreciate having these younger women showing up, and they thought they were going to have to house them and feed them and all that kind of stuff, and they didn't want them too close to their men. But like I previously mentioned, they would have their camps, and many of them had little farmerette barracks where they all just kind of lived together. The farmerettes did. Ended up having a compromise where the housewives and the farmers' wives didn't have to worry about these women coming in and bothering their menfolk. At the same time, the farmerettes could still have some independence of their own. And it's really odd that, with the success of these farmerettes during World War I with the food production, that, by the early 1920s they basically disappeared and wouldn't show back up until the next generation during World War II. Many of them had plays written about them, songs written about them. I mean, they were in the public eye, and they were in the Victory Day parade at the end of World War I, and then just to vanish and disappear was very strange indeed. So if any of this has caught your attention, look out for a future full presentation on the Farmerettes once we're able to go back to regular programming. Thank you.